Here we go.
Hey everyone, I'm going to make our spaghetti squash lasagna. I've posted the end result a few times, and today I'm going to show us putting it together, and I'll put the recipe for it in the comments. We start off by putting in some Italian diced tomatoes in the bottom, and I like to cut these up a little bit because I'm not a big tomato fan, and I like mine to be smaller, so I cut them up in a bowl before I put them in. And then you put about half the recipe in the bottom, and then we're going to come back and put the other half in a little bit later. I sprayed this pan with Pam before we got started. 4 cups of spaghetti squash. This is what spaghetti squash looks like after you've cooked it and shredded it, and we added in some black pepper and some garlic powder for this recipe. So I'm just going to put all this in here, and this is what's going to make the crust, kind of like the, not crust, but the noodles for the lasagna. It'll give the noodle texture once we get this packed in. And I'm just gonna pack this in real good.
We found the consistency is better when you pack the noodles down like that. It makes it more lasagna-esque. And while he's doing that, I'll talk about the cheese mixture that's going next.
This is the cheese mixture.
Cheese mixture, yummy, lots of it. We love cheese. So it has some cottage cheese in it, some mozzarella cheese. It has egg beaters, and it has some reduced fat Parmesan cheese. So that's all that is. You just mix all that up together. And then it goes in as the next layer.
Next thing. That's a packed in spaghetti squash. And the cheese mixture we're going to smear on top. Make sure we get all the yummy cheese out. And leave none left behind.
Who likes cheese? Raise your hand. Anybody that's just coming in, we are doing our spaghetti squash lasagna casserole recipe. We posted it a few times on Facebook, but it's been after we get through with it. So tonight we just wanted to show you how we put it together. It's pretty simple.
Super easy to make. Super easy. And pretty quick too. And it's, you smear it around, make it even. And we got the turkey, ground turkey. And we added a little Italian seasoning to this as well. And we're going to spread it around, try to even it as best we can.
And the ground turkey is a really good source of protein, a really low fat, high protein source. And we've had people that have had this before. They've come over to our house. We fixed it for them, and they were talking about how they hated turkey meat, but you can't even tell that it's turkey meat in this. So,
and then next, the top layer, we're putting the rest of our tomatoes on top. And I like to put all of it on here, including the tomato juice, because I like the tomato juice to soak on in to the noodles below. And then once we get this on here, we just put it in the oven. We already have the oven preheated for 375. We're going to put it in there for about 30 minutes. And then we are going to take it out and top it with some mozzarella cheese.
We got more cheese going on top.
And then it'll go back in for another 20 minutes. And it will be done. So that is it. I will, like I said, we're going to put the cheese on in about 30 minutes. And I'll post a picture of the finished product in the comments, and also I'll post the recipe. Have a good night.